The jackals. Hyenas. They're barking at him, laughing at him. They nip his toes and eat the food that's in his domain. They do this, and they get closer and closer and bolder, till one day, that lion gets up and tears the shit out of everybody, runs like the wind, eats everything in his path. Because every once in a while, the lion has to show the jackals who he is.
Hey guys, it is me, Mafia from Mafia Means Family Podcast. I wanted to do another video in more detail about Damar Hamlin because I didn't really feel like I got to explain it all last time on my other podcast. So before the game, I felt very anxious and excited to watch the game because it can mean either we get the number 1 seed, it might mean that we get the number 1 seed against the Bengals, or 2 or 3 if we lose. But really, I just wanted to see if we won, and if we did win, we would get home field advantage and a first round bye, so we skipped the playoffs. But when he first fell, I didn't think it was that big of a hit. Like, it was a textbook tackle, textbook player trying to run over another guy. Like they're just having fun out there. I didn't think it was that serious at first. I thought I just got the wind knocked out of him when he fell, but when he stayed down for 5, 10, 15 minutes, I thought it was definitely more serious than I thought it was at first. I hope he was okay, and that he would just get up. Like, I thought that he was just down, had a little injury or something. But when the players started crying, I thought, my guy, he might have passed away on the field. And the players' reactions, they were unprecedented. I have never seen that in my 4 to 5 years of watching football, and it was very scary to what happened when I saw, especially Jackson's face, what Mafia Mom told me, my mom, that he was absolutely just bawling his eyes out. I also found out that Dane Jackson was Damar Hamlin's high school teammate, and that meant a lot to him. I guarantee that. Diggs was trying to validate the team, but he was crying at the same time, so it was kind of hard. And the way White, Neal, Diggs, Allen, all the team and the Bengals were crying, it was very scary. After they mentioned CPR, I was worried, scared, and sad. I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know what happened. I was worried. I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. When I heard the game got canceled, I didn't want to go to sleep that night. I was again scared and worried. And it was just really weird what happened because I didn't understand what happened. The days after that, for the rest of the week, first thing I did each morning was ask my mom if he was okay and what was happening with him. I was very anxious before she answered the question, and it was good to see improvements. But But when I woke up that next morning after the game, I it wasn't the first thing I did. I asked my mom. I felt like the same thing could happen to me. And if I was in his position, I would I wouldn't have any words for it. And it was scary to see what happened to him. Um Everyone at school was talking about it. They didn't know how to feel. They were confused like I was, and they didn't really understand what happened because it wasn't that bad of a hit. All of us were just talking on the bus about it and what happened. It was good to see that everybody was supporting him and trying to find out what happened. It felt really good inside. I wanted to help support Damar because I felt helpless when that happened. I didn't know what to do. So I was asking my mom's if I could donate daily. Like 3 times a day I would ask them, and I feel like that they got a little annoyed with it. So I decided to donate to a charity when they let me. I used my own money from my allowance, and it made me feel like I was a part of it all, that I helped support him. And it felt very good inside to know that I was a part of that over $10 million that was raised up. And the rest of my family also donated to his charity so that we could all support him, so that we could all be a part of it because we just wanted to support him. And when I started hearing good updates, I was excited and relieved and extremely happy about what was happening when 50% of the oxygen got cut off and there's only 50% that he was needing. That that was amazing news. When he got out of the coma that they put him in, that was again extremely amazing news also. Um and when he video chatted with the guys, that also felt extremely amazing that he was progressing extremely well and that he'll be okay. Um Also, I just heard that he got released from the hospital and went back to his house. That is the most amazing news that I could ever hear. And I was extremely relieved and happy. And I was excited to know that he was okay and that he made a full recovery, at least partially. With the past game, I felt like the Bills weren't going to play like the Bills and they weren't going to show up because of what happened to Damar. But what happened, it brought them closer together and just overall, honestly, I think it made them play better. Um, so when they showed, when they showed up and played out of their minds, I was happy and relieved that he was better and that they could play like themselves again. Um, when Raheem turned that first kickoff return, it felt like it wasn't just a normal kick return or a normal touchdown that just happened. It was special. It felt like he did that for Damar, and he wanted to do that for Damar so bad. Even the second one didn't feel like it was just okay, like a normal touchdown again. It was really nice to see that the entire team was supporting him and how they rallied up together and celebrated at the first kickoff return. It it definitely surprised me and that they were back to the old Bills again and they were ready to play. Even Knox's touchdown when he did the heart and the number 3, it just showed love for Damar. Everybody loved, like, Damar was a good player. Um and he would have been a very good replacement for High when he left. He was also a very good person. At least that's what I've heard about him. To be fair, isn't anybody on the Bills a good person? But especially Damar. Like, it was just amazing how the rest of the country showed love for him and how everybody changed their Twitter profiles to Damar. All the NFL teams just showed love, and how the NFL let the Bills wear the number 3 on the corner of their jersey. It was amazing that everybody was supporting him and stuff. It just felt really good. This was just to show that I supported Damar and that I wanted to tell you guys a lot more about it, especially all the young boys and girls out there. I wanted to show you how I felt and that the way that you felt too was okay. And that you can even express it to your parents if you want to. I love Damar as a person, as a player. He was very good, and I hope to see him out there again someday. Bye, guys. Go Bills. I love you guys. Love Damar. Bye.